What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Bundesliga career mode. This is episode number 63 and we start today's episode off with match day 3 in the Champions League group stage. Back-to-back wins away in North London against Spurs in the group opener, and then our first win at the Stuka Arena in Europe this season against Marseille. Saw us travel to Russia for the third game of the group. After this we'll be at the halfway point after CSKA Moscow beat Marseille on match day 1 but lost to Spurs on match day 2. They and Conte's side level on 3 points right now. We have a 3-point lead above both, so if we could win this game away in Moscow, we would open up a 6-point gap on CSKA Moscow and potentially Marseille as well, and have a golden chance of wrapping up qualification already half of the group in. So heading into the game from the very first whistle in attack mode, really starting off games with intensity is just the way to go, I feel, for me in this year's FIFA, because I used to like to conserve energy in the early stages, get a feel for the game, if you will, knock the ball around, quite a few decent build-ups and passing moves, if you will, just to feel myself getting warmed up, if you will. But I feel like because this year's FIFA is just goals, 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 you might as well just go straight at it, from the very first whistle. Go on the attack, go on the offensive from the very first time you've got possession. And this game was no different. In the first half, it was all Arminia Bielefeld. Every single chance coming to us. And with 5 minutes to go before the break, we would take the lead. Suat Serdar, who scored the game winner against Spurs on match day 1, scores our first here in Russia. Okugawa's shot spilled, turned the rebound straight to Serdar, and he turns in from close range to make it 1-0. And it was great to see Okugawa in this game as well, pulling the strings. He got an assist for a Karim Adeyemi in the 4-0 win against Union Berlin, and then he assisted him for our second goal of the game in Russia as well. Okugawa, I love this guy, man. Lovely through ball to Karim, but to be fair, the finish is what made this goal so spectacular. What a goal by Adeyemi there, looping it into the far corner for his 4th goal in Bielefeld colours so far this season, as we go 2-0 up in Russia right before the break. The host did try and respond in the second half. Great save by Zach Steffen there, kept it 2-0 low down to his left-hand side. Now with 21 minutes to go, there was a chance to make it 3 and surely wrap the points up here away in Russia. We come on the break from a CSKA Moscow corner. Serdar sent through 1-on-1. And what a signing this guy is looking like from Hertha Berlin in the summer. When we signed him, I talked about it. It was him and Arnie Meyer, both at Hertha Berlin, both available to sign. I opted to go for Serdar, despite the fact he was a rating lower and a couple of years older, because I thought he'd be better value for money. I think I made the right call. This guy's been fantastic. 3 goals in Europe already so far this season for Serdar, including a brace here in Russia and the game winner against Spurs. 3 to the final score in Moscow, and as you can see, that does mean halfway through the group, we got a 3-point lead on Spurs, 6 points clear of CSKA Moscow, and 9 clear of Marseille, who are yet to scratch so far this season. So it does mean at the moment qualifications looking incredibly likely, just half of the group in. Obviously we have the better head-to-head record on all 3 teams at the halfway point, winning against all of them, and it does mean really that all we need is 1 win. In fact, guaranteed, if we win our following game, we will guarantee qualification with a couple of games to spare. So we're almost there already. And, I often talk about this in Europe, in the groups. Get those wins as quickly as you can. And I know it sounds a bit obvious, but it really is the sort of thing where you shouldn't go into match day 1 and think, I'll throw out a backup side because, there'll be 5 other games. There's plenty of time to redeem myself. Get qualification in the bag as soon as possible, because there is nothing better than knowing you got match day 5 and match day 6 in particular in December, where it's such a busy month for football, where you don't need to play your starters. Being able to rotate all of your team for midweek football in the Champions League or the Europa League is so crucial and such a luxury to have, especially when you're away from home as well, when there's no pressure, there's nothing on the line whatsoever. It's a real luxury. So yeah, that's exactly our mindset. It always is my mindset. Get those points on the board, get those wins as soon as possible. Once you've got qualification in the bag, you can breathe and rest your starters as well with a game or 2 to spare. Anyway, following game, massive game at the top of the table here, Borussia Dortmund, who this season could well be our closest title threat. Start of the season looking really good. They haven't been that great in the Bundesliga since the season began, but they did win their first trophy to save last season, winning the DFB-Pokal, and then of course, as you know, they beat us in the Super Cup at the start of the season as well. But here in the Bundesliga, we were running rampant on Dortmund in the early stages. Jamie Llewellyn bagged a very early brace, whilst Dortmund did hit the woodwork from a corner. We'd been the better team in the opening half an hour and could have gone 3-0 up there. Fedor Hubner denied, still leading by 2. But despite Dortmund giving us one little scare, it was all Arminia Bielefeld in the first 45 minutes. We also hit the woodwork with 12 minutes to go before the break. Fedor Hubner denied by the frame of the goals. We still led by 2. And 50 minutes in, as we were still up by 3, still up by 2, we had a chance to make it 3. Alice should have done so. Robin Hackwinger is straight at Luis Maximiano. Simple save for the Portuguese shot stopper there. Still leading by 2, but again, despite Dortmund having that one chance off the woodwork from a set piece, we'll be in the far better team. And with 17 minutes to go, how about that for a through ball to Robin Hack? Absolutely brilliant from Joshua Wagnerman there. Perfectly weighted into the path by number 21. Missed a chance earlier, wasn't going to miss once again. Robin Hack wraps it up. 3-0 Arminia Bielefeld. And our great start to the season continues halfway through our Champions League group. We've already got a 3-point gap on second and 6 clear of third in the Bundesliga after a dominant victory here against Borussia Dortmund. Safe to say we got our revenge after their victory against us in the Super Cup. We remain top of the Bundesliga and really are beginning to assert ourselves this season. Yes, we had a loss to Hoffenheim. Yes, a draw away against Frankfurt, but we are looking like the early pace setters this season. We lead the league right now. It's our title defense season, and I didn't want to get off to a sluggish start. I wanted to show all the teams in Germany we're the best team now. Like I talked about it, Bayern Munich's reign was ended last season catastrophically. They finished mid-table. I want everyone in Germany to know we're the best team in this country now. We are now the big boys. So, third and final game of today's episode, Freiburg at the Stuttgart Arena, DFB-Pokal, second round. Now, as we know, this is a competition which I've just not had any success in whatsoever. The furthest I've gone is the quarterfinals. Last year, of course, we were knocked out by Augsburg in the last 8. And back in Season 2, we were knocked out by Mönchengladbach. The other 2 seasons, to be fair, we had Dortmund and Bayern Munich in the very first rounds we enter. So not exactly getting the luck of the cup draw, really, in the DFB Pokal so far. But taking on Freiburg, they had a good start to the season. Nearly promoted to the Bundesliga this year, just outside the European places in the early stages. So taking them on at the Stuttgart Arena, I've got to be honest, heading into this game, I was thinking, I'm going to throw out a backup side because at the end of the day, it's still my lowest priority. Yes, I want to go further this year. Yes, the board have asked me to win it, which is more daunting than getting to the Champions League semi-final for me, considering how poor I've been in this domestic cup competition. But I have to say, heading into the game thinking, this is going to be a tough one here. Freiburg in form, off to a good start. Yes, we're in red-hot form ourselves, but I'll have a backup side out there, and we've got a poor record in this competition. Goodness gracious me, I don't know what happened in this game, but let's just say I woke up feeling dangerous. 32 minutes in, we were leading by 4. What a cross by DeMarco there, by the way, as Adeyemi heads in our 4th goal in the first half, and with 7 minutes to go before the break, Karim rolls through Brekalo, lovely build-up, and Josip makes it 5-0 in the first half, and I was thinking, how much better can this get? Because we're leading by 5, it's not even half time, and every time I came forward I looked like scoring. Freiburg's defence was absolutely atrocious, just like mine ordinarily is, and we led by 6 with a minute and a half to go before half time. Josip Brekalo bags a quick brace, we're 6-0 up on Freiburg, and I was thinking, I'm not joking, this could be a double-digit game because Freiburg are all over the place and my backup boys are just dominating right now. So we're 6-0 up, and in the second half, I thought, right, don't just conserve energy. Don't just, you know, conserve the energy, knock the ball around and just pass the game out. I'm going to keep on attacking and see whether I can have my biggest win in FIFA ever, which is 9-0 for the record, and perhaps for the first time ever get into double digits. Florian Kruger came off the bench for Adeyemi, bagged our 7th, and there were 21 minutes to go here. Hoffman finds Wimmer down the right hand side, rolls it across, and Kruger bags a brace off the bench to make it 8-0 Arminia Bielefeld. 20 minutes to go, 20 minutes to find a 9th goal that would equal my biggest win in FIFA of all time. Unfortunately, I could not find it. Karim Adeyemi with a hat-trick in the first half, 2 for Brekalo, 2 for Wimmer, 2 for Kruger as well. And I can't remember who got the other goal, but even so, it was 8-0 the final score. Oh, Wimmer in the early stages. 8-0 the final score. And whilst it's not my biggest win in FIFA ever, it's a goal short of that. It is my biggest win in FIFA 22. 8-0 over Freiburg in the DFB-Pokal. Is this the season where I finally go far in this cup competition for the first time ever? At the moment, Arminia Bielefeld are just on fire. 7 wins in 9, 3 points clear of Leipzig and 4 clear of Wolfsburg, Munich and Borussia Dortmund as well, as we're the early pace setters in our title defense season. Top of the group in the Champions League and through in style in DFB Pokal. We are rolling right now with Bielefeld and you love to see it. But that will end today's episode of the Bundesliga Career, guys. Big thank you for watching. Enjoyed it. If you did, please drop a like. Most of you all have a fantastic day and I'll see you for the next episode of the Bundesliga Career Mode very soon.